this is the game that I've been so fucking hyped for since I played the demo. Okay?
Is it out now?
It's out now. This is it. This is the game.
What the hell is this game?
This is Timberborn. This is
Like,
the
what is it?
Beavers. You restart civilization with beavers.
Because I have no clue in hell what's happening. This seems like it's a combination of Sim City and Dwarf Fortress, but with beavers. Will we eventually get to the point where there's a beaver constitution?
I don't know. That'd be cool. If they overthrow me.
Are you God?
I want to say I'm God. But
So you are God, so we are currently living in a, like a, I don't even know what you call it, like a deocracy?
yeah. And
Theocracy?
Like an
democracy.
empire ruled by a literal god.
Yes. And the whole point of the game is to not let all your water run out because your beavers will, die of thirst. And
That's also the point of real life. Everybody's so scared about oil. The real winner is the one with all the water.
Do I mark area?
Oil is basically small potatoes compared to water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't drink oil. Can't grow corn with oil.
You can make oil out of corn, though.
Are you gonna name the beavers?
They have names. I think I can name them, though. Hold on.
Can you name one Richard?
Yeah, hold on. Let's... Azathoth. Or Azajoth. Richard. I think...
Hello, I'm Richard, the beaver with a monocle because John thought it would be funny, and he has a sense of comedy so basic it could be measured with a ruler. Plus, I think he felt left out of Chris's stream, which usually takes place around 6 p.m. most nights, Eastern Pacific, in which you can usually find the DoubleBuff crew all hanging out, playing games, and having a good time. This isn't shameless self-promotion. I'm just a beaver that was brought here to keep track of the upcoming adult humor jokes we're going to be making today. The topic, fannies.
Lead to all sorts of bad things.
Yep.
Now let's follow Richard in his life.
Oh, God. Jump. Is there an easy way of looking at my beavers?
He lost and he's gone forever. You'll never find Richard again.
No, hold on. We can do this.
Are we not doing phrasing?
What do you mean?
Chris just said, is there not an easy way to look at my beavers?
And
The inherent comedy in this game is just... It's just incredible.
Are your beavers chewing up that wood? Do they eat
They're
wood?
gobbling it up.
No, they don't eat
All
wood.
these beavers do is gobble wood.
God,
Do
I've never
beavers
seen wood
eat
so
wood?
big.
Beavers don't eat wood.
You know, beavers were the original fleshlight.
Ah! I found him!
Dick Beaver.
There's Richard. He's got a tiny stick.
Excuse me?
Oh, look.
It's a shame. It's a shame when your beaver has such a tiny stick.
Yeah. They're thirsty.
Honey?
Alright, so... I hope
These beavers are thirsty, dude.
These are some thirsty beavers. Alright, Romavax died. Jubicra died. And Montanalal.
Is that what they're called?
Oh shit, 2 more just died. Look at their dead bodies.
You suck at this.
Fuck.
Is that what they're calling the Delta variant? Junovax?
I believe so, yeah. I don't want to spread misinformation, but I believe that this is proving to us that the Delta variant will dry out your beavers.
Oh no.
That's what we don't want. That would be a travesty.
Nobody likes a dry beaver.
Nobody likes a dry beaver.
Could we change the name of the stream to something a bit more, appropriate?
What?
I don't know, something that inherently describes what we're watching.
Hold on. Hold on. I
These
think...
dry beavers won't chew my wood.
Hold on.
These hairy beavers haven't had good wood all season.
Sometimes you just gotta wet your beaver.
You know?
That's what you went with?
So yeah.
I guess it works.
Nice.
I mean, I'd click on that. I'd click on it.
But no. Alright, right now they're working 16-hour days. Should I make them work more?
Damn, what is your slave driver?
I'm gonna say no, because we need to respect these beavers.
Okay. Should I make them work less?
No, because we need the work done.
Oh,
But you need to give your beavers a break. Nobody loves coming home when their beaver's all sore from a hard day's work.
I know I hate it.
mhm.
I like to give the beavers a stretch.
Gotta stretch out your beaver.
Well, so that's kind of a myth, though. You know, it may seem like in the moment that you can stretch out your beaver, but it'll eventually go back to its original size.
I
Oh.
wouldn't have guessed that. I guess beavers are pretty forgiving.
Oh well, sure. The beaver anatomy is very forgiving.
Mm.
It can shove all manner of wood into its body.
Quite limber. Quite timber.
Can you exercise your beaver? Are there beaver exercises?
Yes, in fact, there are.
Really? Did not
Mhm.
know.
Yep. Well, sometimes so there is a thing where, with time, your beaver can become quite out of shape, and so it's called beaver rejuvenation.
Oh.
If these beavers ever create a military, might we see some beaver discharge?
Well, that would entirely depend on how how willing the beavers are to taking directions. Well, the thing about the Canadian beaver trappers is that once they trapped the beavers, they would shave them of all their hair.
Ah, yes.
Ah, freshly shaved beaver.
I thought they did that in Brazil.
As far north as the Great White North.
See,
Wow. You'd think they'd want as much hair on these beavers as they could, being so cold
no,
up there.
in Brazil.
Well, somebody prefers hair on their beaver, some don't.
Now, Scott. They don't use razors in Brazil. They wax their beavers.
Ah,
That's a common
I see.
misconception. I see. Why you thought that?
Yep. Do you think we can keep this up for another half an hour?
I think we can.
I think we're doing just fine.
Yeah. I think we're going strong like these beavers.
Yeah.
Well, some beavers can go all night.
Yeah, that is
My
true.
favorite thing about a beaver is the reluctance at first, but then their genuine adoration of the work that they do.
Mhm. I love
Interesting.
I love when I've gotten to know a beaver very well.
You've met a beaver?
Yes. And I've known a
See,
beaver
that
for a long
surprises me.
time. Really? Did most people assume I like bulls instead of beavers?
No. I think I just assume that you're the kind of guy who chops your own wood.
I
You
can't.
wouldn't need a beaver.
My arms get too tired.
It is pretty vigorous activity.
It is.
Indeed.
Yes.
Best to outsource it to best to outsource it to an animal that the only thing it's good for is chopping wood.
These beavers.
Well, I also don't have a scientist beaver yet.
Well, that's just the way they're raised.
Yeah. STEM fields haven't
Well-
really been open to many beavers.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we're gonna pause the water pump. These beavers are wet enough.
Although, now that maybe a controversial opinion.
Yeah,
Can the beaver be wet enough?
I think so.
Can a beaver be wet? Controversial opinion. I think beavers today, in current year, are chewing too much wood.
Really?
Controversial opinion for me as well. I think beavers today are too marginalized and have segregated themselves into their own corner. And because of that, they're now the image we get is a beaver desperately trying to chew on wood as much as it can. But what's actually happening is the beaver just wants to be a part of the society as a whole, and there's a loud minority of other beavers not allowing that to happen.
You know what? No, again, I think modern day beavers have nobody but themselves to blame, and it goes back to how much wood they've been chopping.
Yep.
I think
I
if they
can
just
see where
limited
you think-
themselves, delayed their gratification, I think they'd be farther along in society.
So how many?
agree.
How much wood do you think is enough then for a beaver?
Ideally,
because they gotta chew wood. That's just what a beaver does.
Ideally, they would stick with one tree. Their whole life.
One tree. I don't think so. I would give a beaver 3 trees. They get 3 trees.
Three trees.
3 trees per beaver.
That means three different trees, one beaver. How's that fair to the tree?
Hey, think about when it gets to that 3rd tree, how experienced that beaver is gonna be.
Yeah, I know, but once you chew that tree, the tree's already chewed.
Gotta be honest, if I was that 3rd tree, I don't think I'd want that beaver chewing on me.
I wouldn't.
What?
Yep, Monty's on our side. Save the trees. Save the trees, 1 tree per beaver.
You know what? Controversial opinion? Controversial opinion? Trees can suck it.
I don't
like
think
trees.
they can. They can't reach.
I don't like trees.
Well, you would say that, Chris.
I
Being
think
how
we all know.
pro-beaver you are.
Yeah, exactly.
I am quite pro beaver, let me tell you.
You're like a 5th wave beaverist.
Alright, that's just being cruel.
The beaver propaganda has got into your brain and turned you against the trees.
And look at all these beavers, leaving the stumps around. Look how ugly that is.
That is true. It does look like some weird warts. And nobody wants a bunch of warts around their beaver.
What's your objection, Monty? Let's hear it. Let's hear the objection.
Well, the more trees the beavers chew, the more warts they're gonna have.
There you go. See right there.
That
We
is
bring
true.
oxygen into the mix. All the trees go away. Where does the oxygen come from? Huh? Have
You're
we
right.
thought about that?
You're right. That is very true, Monty. I forgot about that. You're right. You know what? How about just 2? How about just 2 trees per beaver?
I won't accept it.
Can you get multiple beavers per tree though?
What if there's a tree
is
who's
that
a
okay?
romantic? He sees, the tree sees a beaver from
Yeah.
across the plain. Thanks to itself.
Across the river.
Yes. Thanks to the tree itself. That's a beaver I wouldn't mind chewing me down. Are you telling me that the beaver gets all the decision in that?
No. I think it should be a mutual thing, right? But like, here's another thought.
Kind of seems like the beavers have all the power.
Can a tree be too big for one beaver? Can that tree have multiple beavers?
See, now that's interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting. A tree capable of sustaining several, beavers.
I think if you've got some like darkwood varieties, those trees can definitely be too big for one beaver.
I can plant trees back, but I first need a forester.
Right. We need a special kind of beaver.
Is
Yes.
that a type of
A beaver that can get some work done to bring in a special kind of tree. A beaver that can bring the trees back.
that'd be a messiah amongst the beavers.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'm gonna name that beaver Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Beyonce.
See,
Two beavers is better than one, I'd say.
I'd
Yeah.
prefer it to one, but I'd rather have several.
I think we all can agree on that. Maybe they just didn't have enough food. Or maybe they're not happy
Beavers
enough.
definitely need to eat to survive.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Be careful making bread, though. You might get a yeast infection.
Mm-hmm. And don't want that. Don't want
And
your
you
beavers
don't-
getting yeast infection.
You definitely don't want them to resort to cannibalism either. Munching on beaver is a bad idea. Lead to all sorts of bad things.
Mm-hmm.
It could be fun to watch, though.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. I'm gonna Google how to make baby beavers. Alright. Fun facts about baby beavers. Baby beavers by state wildlife hotline. Baby beaver cuteness. Baby beaver.
Baby beaver beaver.
I had a dyslexic moment there. It says cute baby beaver.
Yeah, he does have to make a new game now. He's not going to.
Nope, because I'm getting off. I'm getting off this beaver.
He's done with this beaver. He's throwing in the trash.
Well, now I'm just putting it off to the side. I'll be back.
Respect your beaver.
Yeah, you gotta respect your beaver. This is Chris from DoubleBuff telling you to respect your beaver.
Hey, you all out there. Respect that beaver.
Wait, can you do it in the Obama cadence?
Respect your beaver. One day, you might wake up and realize there aren't any beavers. So while you have a beaver, respect him. Respect the beaver.
Gotta respect that beaver.
This has been Beaver P. What do you call it? National PSA. This has been a Beaver PSA.
You're doing great, sir.
For all you you beaver owners out there, thank you. Thank you.